Underway from Cincinnati. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, They avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they go play action now. Burrow, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackled on the play by Miles Murphy.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen to Hill. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead it. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. And this will be in. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
12, 12, 12. Gun.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Burrow. That is caught. And out across midfield down to the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down. Sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws out. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The slot man in motion right. Jackson from the shotgun. A check down here for Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. It's a big play there. Baltimore, and even 40 yards. Johnson goes in motion left. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Miles Murphy
able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jackson. And he's going to go down again. B.J. Hill. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Burrow. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
They go play action with Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and a couple. Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Marcus Williams getting the sack from the secondary. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So from the 37, here's second down and a yard. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. This time Jackson will throw it. Flushed out right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have broken the tie. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, some strong running. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again on second down, Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Back underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change their mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4. They go play action now. Jackson. Now he steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Miles Murphy picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones on the return. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll run on the inside handoff down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now Burrow. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Off the option, here's Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They go play action with Jackson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
That's going to be caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 26 yards.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bengals getting set to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. A short throw there, pulled in by all.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
A short throw there, pulled in by all.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. Here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the...
That was Eddie Jackson on the safety blitz. Quarterback.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on...
12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 11, mighty, 11, 11, 11, 11, MT, tank, 11, MT, tank.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And that's going to be Higgins. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know,
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag.
the Ravens offense now, they get set and head back. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let...
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. The spot of the football going to remain right where it is. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds.
30-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion.
And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
On one, ready?
Bengals take over, 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Let's get set. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Thomas. Stop.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Burrow looking to pass. That one caught by all, the tight end. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nnamdi Madubuike in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Here we go. This is 4th down. Burrow. Dancing to his left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
Fights through, and now a crease. Still going. Inside the 20.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long